Good evening, I'm Jenny Runovich in tonight for Scott Swan. So tonight we start with a video that's getting a lot of attention on social media right now. It takes place at a popular jazz club in downtown Indianapolis.
You've probably seen this video by now. In it, a woman claims that she was told to leave all because of her political views.
But the business owner told our Marion County reporter Lauren Kostick there's more to this story.
You've probably seen this video. It's been viewed millions of times, and it ends with a bartender telling a woman to leave this Mass Ave bar. Well, now the business owner is telling us what you don't see in this video.
I have a question.
No, we're not answering questions. Get out of the bar.
Why?
Because you're a Trump supporter.
The 36-second video shows a confrontation between a customer and an employee at the Chatterbox Jazz Club. At one point, the bartender stomps a baseball bat.
I'm not around. Get out of my bar.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Out.
Because I'm wearing a Trump hat.
Yes.
I don't think they knew who we were. They just saw the pride flag up above and decided, let's start something.
David Andrechik is the longtime owner of Chatterbox. He says a group of people intentionally misgendered and harassed his employee. They were then kicked out, but he said one of them returned, this time with the camera rolling.
So what's on the camera is true. We felt very threatened, and that was the important part, but it was set up first. And it was just so vile, so vile.
I know, but don't you guys want our money?
No.
So we had attorney Brad Banks review the video. He says the business was within its legal rights.
Here in Indiana and in most states across the country, if it's a non-discriminatory purpose, you can say, not interested in doing business with you.
And if they come back?
At the point you've asked them to leave, if they come back, it's actually a crime of trespassing.
On the video, one of the employees did tell the woman they could call police if she didn't leave.
You know this is like discrimination, right?
Seconds later, she walked out.
Get out of my bar.
And we reached out to the woman who took this video but did not hear back. In Indianapolis, Lauren Kostick, 13 News.
Now, the attorney further explained to Lauren that businesses have the right to not serve someone as long as it's not in one of the constitutionally protected grounds. That includes race, religion, and sexual orientation. But in Indiana, that does not include political affiliations.
Tonight, a woman is under arrest thousands of miles away from where she's accused of killing two people.
U.S. Marshals arrested 50-year-old Cyan Vargas in Washington, out in Seattle, all in connection to the murders of two women in Lafayette. Lafayette police tell us that Vargas knew both of the victims and had a prior relationship with 34-year-old LaPortia Chenette.
U.S. Marshals arrested Vargas on murder, obstruction of justice, and false informing charges on the deaths of Chenette and 28-year-old Kadisha Ross.
An Indianapolis man makes his first court appearance tomorrow morning, facing charges that he caused a deadly crash while intoxicated, and then his wife is accused of helping him leave the scene.
Today, our Rich Nye talked with the prosecutor about why a grand jury brought the indictment.
20-year-old Avery May died when his Honda Accord collided head-on with a big pickup truck on Southport Road near Little Oak Lane on the southeast side. The crash on December 23, 2023, also seriously injured May's girlfriend, Riley White. More than a year later, a Marion County grand jury has indicted the driver of the truck, Bradley Woods, on 21 charges, including 12 felony counts.
This is not a typical hit and run. The driver who caused the crash was at the scene, but when they left during the investigation is what turned this case over to a grand jury.
There was a very tragic accident, and what is being alleged is that people didn't live up to their statutory obligation in terms of being able to stay on scene, making sure that all the information that everybody needed was indeed provided, and then the additional step oftentimes in these types of cases is making sure that there's a blood draw that's conducted.
Wood's wife, Paige, is charged with obstruction of justice for apparently helping him leave the scene and avoid a blood draw. In Indianapolis, Rich Knight, 13 News.
DNA evidence helped solve two rape cases in Bloomington that are both tied to the very same man.
Eric Montgomery is already serving 36 years in prison in one case, and he just pleaded guilty to the other. Our Samantha Johnson is in Monroe County tonight.
A jury found Montgomery guilty of raping 20-year-old IU student Avery McMillan before she overdosed at his house in 2022. Police would later learn she wasn't his first victim. During the investigation into McMillan's death, Montgomery's DNA matched another reported rape just down the road in Ellettsville. Police say it happened nearly 1 year to the day before McMillan died. The victim took a sexual assault test kit, providing DNA to investigators.
They can very much so make or break a case for us, especially if we already had a known suspect in mind. That can just, give us further evidence that we do have the right person. The quicker we can get somebody like that off the streets, the better. The less likely they are to reoffend or make somebody else a victim in the meantime.
Montgomery will be back in front of a Monroe County judge for sentencing next week. In Bloomington, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
And right now, there's a bill at the Indiana State House aimed at getting more of those rape kits tested. Currently, hundreds lay untested at labs around the state. Well, House Bill 1413 would make $2.5 million available to start clearing the backlog. The bill is still awaiting a vote in the Senate, and one state senator told 13 News he plans to introduce a new amendment before that final vote.
It's now 6:05, and it really has been a beautiful Monday, a beautiful day to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We hope that you were able to enjoy the green and some festivities today, as long as you had a coat, because it's a bit chilly.
I was going to say, it's like the Masters. You needed the green jacket.
Yes,
for
you
sure.
did. Yes.
Especially this morning. We were in the 20s this morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
But a really nice recovery into the 50s for most of us. And yes, the sunshine continues right now in Indianapolis, 52. We have 50 in Carmel, 51 Brown County, 49 Crawfordsville, and 50 in Tipton. We'll stay in this range, upper 40s, low 50s through sunset this evening, and then eventual low temperatures in the 40s. So still the jacket, but not the heavy coat that we needed this morning when we were in the 20s. We're going to be about 15 warmer than that early tomorrow. Jacket weather to start. Don't forget the sunglasses. Cool morning, but a warm afternoon with plenty of sunshine. As we look ahead at the week ahead, there are several rain chances to come. The first gets here later Wednesday into Thursday, and right now we're eyeing a line of thunderstorms developing midday Thursday, or midday Wednesday, I should say. So this is Wednesday afternoon, and this line of storms will move from west to east. Storm Prediction Center highlighting us for that threat of severe weather on Wednesday. I'll have the local timeline and the rest of the 7-day in a few minutes.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Tonight, we're hearing from HSE schools amid some new concerns about the district's open enrollment policy.
And this comes as there's a new development that could potentially bring thousands of new residents to the area. The school district also announced that it's opening enrollment to students who live outside the district as well.
Plus, the new Gatewood Lakes development in Noblesville could have as many as 5,000 new Hoosiers moving in over the next several years. Well, HSE Superintendent Pat Mapes says the extra students shouldn't be a problem.
So we think this is our best bet at kind of bringing in more income for our school district, serving more students and giving them an educational opportunity that they may not have in their current school district, and make certain that we maintain our teaching ranks that we have.
Now, HSE plans to assess enrollment needs year to year, and we're told by the superintendent that if they do reach capacity, students who live in the district will get the first priority.